Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and special guests like Wade Hayes, Rhonda Vincent, and Jimmy Fortune. Today's guest is Jeff Carson. Now, here's Jimmy Bowen.
Your heart's been broken so many times before, and I know you tried, but it's been so hard to find the kind of love you're looking for. If it's someone who will be there for you and will always understand, that's just the kind of guy I am.
Well, welcome to the show. We have got some good guests for you tonight. Mr. Jeff Carson. I remember Jeff. What a great singer and a writer. He is an amazing singer, and we are looking forward to his performance tonight with us. We're going to have a lot of fun with Jeff, and he's going to tell a lot of stories and what's going on with his career and what's going on in the past. It's going to be a really fun show. You guys stick around with us, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this short break. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back to the show. We have got another singer extraordinaire with us tonight. I love this gentleman. I love his music. Please make welcome Mr. Jeff Carson.
Hey, thank you, Jimmy.
Man,
appreciate you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
I know you've got a tremendous busy schedule, but we really appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, I love the invitation. I love to play. I miss it.
Well, we're honored to have you with us tonight. We really are. Always the magical question with folks, and especially with the viewing audience, I always like to know how artists get started. So how did Jeff Carson get started?
Well, started with my grandpa playing harmonica. He always had a harmonica laying around. How I got started really for a living, so to speak, I moved to Nashville in probably '89. Started singing a lot of demos for songwriters, which ultimately led to a record deal in '95, a short 7 years later.
Well, but did you like the label? Did you enjoy being on the label?
I did. I loved playing music, and that was a way to get out my stuff out there on the radio, and it generated touring and travel, and you got to go out and play those songs. That's the like Shane was saying, the live thing is where it's at.
Yeah, live things. Yeah, and I didn't know if being everybody comes and wants a label, and it probably has its pros and cons too. But it's great that they can help you get your music where it needs to go to the people. Yeah,
it was a good time in my life.
So now you've got another interesting other side of Jeff Carson. So, and they're going to find this really amazing. So, how do you juggle being the singer that you are and police work?
Well, it was probably 2004 when I realized that I had to do the hardest thing I ever done. That's walk away from music. I couldn't make a living at it anymore. I had a brand new son, and I wasn't contributing to the family like I knew I should. And so the only other thing that I wanted to do is be a cop. So at the tender age of 44, I got hired on, went to the academy, and I've been doing that for 14 years.
Really? Well, that's great.
Cop lovers, I love it. Thank you. Had me worried.
Well, we appreciate you doing that. We know that's a lot of stress in itself with that part.
It's a good, dependable, admirable job, but man, I miss music.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how you can juggle both of them, though.
Yeah, it's just in the last couple years. When I hung it up, I was jealous of other artists, envious of not being able to make a living playing music, and I literally hung up this guitar on the wall. I bet I didn't play a chord for 5 years. It was just the last couple years that I realized, I miss it so much. I just want to go out and just for nothing, just go out and have some fun and play some clubs and just play. Yeah.
Well, once it gets in your soul, it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah,
no matter what you do.
You're right.
Tell us how you got hooked up with Chuck Howard.
Well, when I started singing demos, he was a producer, and when you're singing that many demos, I sang like 30, 40 a week. That was when a songwriter would write a song, then they'd hire musicians like you have here and a singer like me to go in and record the song, and then pitched all over Nashville for artists who were looking for material for upcoming albums. So my voice got all over town, and Chuck Howard heard me on a lot of demos, and so it led to my ultimate record deal at Curb.
It's amazing how it happens like that, though, isn't it?
It really is. Like you said, it's just a short 7 years.
But you have to look. I always look at the positive side of that. That's a 7 years that a lot of people don't get a chance to do.
And I wouldn't trade the leading up to it too, because I always think that before singing demos, I always seem to do a lot of impersonation. Whenever I sang a Merle song, I would tend to copy Merle's song or Earl Thomas Conley. I'd try to sing like him. And it was really until I had no one to mimic, like a songwriter who couldn't sing very well, and I'd go into a studio. That's kind of real. I found my real voice. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you need to do, though.
It was.
I always learned that there was only one that artist, and you need to be you. Right. And when you get those original songs, and then Jeff Carson can beat Jeff Carson.
Turn it all around.
Do it yourself. So, well, tell us about the song "The Car."
Oh, Gary Heide and Michael Spriggs wrote this song. When I was looking for songs for my first album, they pitched me, back then it was on cassette, so I had a big shoebox full of cassettes. They pitched me this song. Being friends of mine, I wasn't expecting much, and I hadn't realized the success that my friends had songwriting already. And when I played this cassette, to give it a courtesy listen, it killed me, and I knew I had to record it.
You're going to do that for us tonight.
I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Carson.
Boy, I'd love to have that car, I whispered to my dad.
always heard a Mustang flies. We could fix it up and make it new again. All it needs is just a little time. And Dad is hardly ever home since Mama passed away. He's always working overtime. I know that he cannot afford to buy that car, even though he'd love to make it mine. But it's not the car that I'm needing, it's just a chance to be with him. I know that once these days roll past us, they will never come again. So little time, and we spent way too much apart. There would always be a part of us together in that car. I finally let go of that dream and the time we could have shared. It was a distant memory until last fall a call came saying Dad was gone. Could I come quick? He left a note for me. Buried Dad right next to Mom up on Crowley's Ridge. And there I said my last goodbye. I opened up the note and found a set of keys. Here's your car, son. I hope it flies. But it's not the car that you need, but it's my chance to be with you. I hope you understand I always did the best that I could do. So little time, and we spent way too much apart. Now there will always be a part of us together in that car. There will always be a part of us together in that car.
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and Friends will be right back. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Jeff, that was amazing.
Thank you,
I
Jimmy.
love that song.
Thank you, I do too. I sure thank Gary and Michael for writing that.
Man, and what a singer. What do you think? Woo! Man, that's great, dude. I love your vocal style. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Thank you.
Well, listen, your album, Real Life, you got to tell us about this. Had a real interesting release, didn't it?
It did. You know, I hadn't had anything on the charts for a number of years. You know, 95, 96 were my really big years. And it was 2001, and I hadn't, you know, hit and miss songs, you know, not really doing much on the charts. Finally, Real Life came out and was jumping up the chart. First song I had on the top 40 in a number of years. It was jumping more every week. It got up to number 12, and actually I was going to have my first album release party. I never had one for my previous albums, and it was on. It was set for the morning of September 11th. So, and I hesitate. I hesitate to say that story because I don't want to sound like I'm poor little me, you know. But that was kind of the beginning of the end of the career.
Oh, man.
But again, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, it was great song, great song. Well, what music do you have in the works now?
Actually going in this week and starting a new album. I haven't sung and done an album in, 25 years? So, or 20 years. So I'm going in, we're recutting all of the songs that I've had out as singles, and going to have some special guests on them with me, and I'm so excited about that.
We're excited about
It's
that. That's
gonna
going
be
to be a
called The
great
Hits.
album.
Thank you.
What's it going to be called again?
The Hits,
The Hits.
both of them.
Yeah, but that's going to be an amazing project.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm really looking
We're
forward to
looking
it.
for it. Well, you're such a great singer, so I mean, it's got to be. It's going to be good.
Thank you.
I'm looking
excited.
forward to hearing. When's it going to be out? Do you know?
I
when?
don't know that. Yeah, we're just beginning tracking, and hopefully we're just getting there and just keep knocking it out.
Keep knocking them down. Well, tell us about the song. Not on your.
Not on Your Love was my very first number one. It was in '95, and Tony Martin, Troy Martin, and Reese Wilson, who just passed away a couple years ago, wrote that song. And actually, I mentioned earlier I was a demo singer. I actually sang that as a demo for those songwriters. I remember coming out, I remember this so vividly. I came out of the studio into the control room after singing it, and I said, guys, if I ever get a record deal, I want to record this song. And yeah, it went number one in '96.
Number one. Woo! Yes. Good for you. And you're going to do that. You're going to
Yeah,
do that
sure.
first. All right.
I remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Carson.
We both said some things we don't really mean. Sometimes love can be like that. And right now they hurt, but they're only words. There's nothing we can't take back. But every time we don't see eye to eye, you worry I might say goodbye. Not on your love, not in this life could I ever leave. I wouldn't think twice of letting you go. By now you should know I need you too much. Not on your love, no way in this world could I ever live without you, girl. When times get tough, I'm not giving up. Not on your love. When we started out, we made a vow not to sleep till we've settled the fight. And there have been times we've seen the sunrise, but it always worked out all right. Even in the darkest hour before dawn, I never thought of moving on. No, not on your love, not in this life could I ever leave. I wouldn't think twice of letting you go. By now you should know I need you too much. Not on your love, no way in this world could I ever live without you, girl. When times get tough, I'm not giving up. Not on your love. When times get tough, I'm not giving up. Not on your love.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, y'all.
We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment. Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back. What'd you think of Jeff Carson? Man, what a singer. I love his feel on the guitar. Did you like? I love his guitar playing too. What a player and a singer. I love his songs. What a great guy. We're going to end the show tonight with, actually this song was written by Merle Haggard. You guys like Merle Haggard. You got to love Merle Haggard. This is Dan loves Merle Haggard. loves Merle Haggard. We hear it all the time on the bus. He loves Merle Haggard, which you can't help but love Merle Haggard. And so we just do a little rendition of it. It's kind of an honor of him, and we hope that you guys enjoy it. We're going to say goodnight to you guys and appreciate you, and hope to see you on the next round. One called Mama Tried.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from family meek and mild, my mama seemed to know what lay in store. In spite of all my Sundays learning, toward the bad I kept on turning till Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21, prison during life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Your old daddy, rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21, prison during life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried.